Hello, hello. I see a Bean. I see a John. I see an Irish and an Amy. Oh, and Vampy's here tonight. Yay! Oh, nope. Vampy was here about 12 hours ago. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, goodness, John, go get some sleep, my friend. How are you doing today, Bean? We're doing pretty good over here. Why am I like... Oh, it's because it's... There we go. All right. Oh, scoot that in. Scoot me in. It's Friday. How the fluff is it already Friday? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ha. There we go. Just fixing a couple things right quick. Ha-ha, there we go. Hello. That looks much better. Oh, look. Charmy. How is everybody doing today? I am hyper. Did my hair last night thanks to Kat. I'm happy. That is true. That is exactly why it seems like it shouldn't be Friday yet. Because it is. We started the week on Wednesday. Man, though, it has not been quite as chaotic as I expected it to be. So, hey, I'm pretty happy about that right now. Kind of looking forward to this weekend. We're going to get some more Witchy 101 stuff done. I have no idea when it's going to be released, but we'll keep you updated on that. I want to remind everybody, if you check out the link tree and go to my webpage, you can sign up for the Sacred Spiral Flow workshop program, 7 weeks of life coaching, witchy stuff, yoga, and more. We will be meeting on Monday nights. We'll have 90-minute meetings every Monday, and oh my gosh, it's just going to be so much fun. So check it out. And now, while we're, letting everybody finish getting settled in, I'm going to say, please, please, please be mindful of the energy you bring into this space, and please be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will be finding you with the banhammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Okay. Nice. All right. Yeah. All right. Now that that's done, let's take a quick sip of coffee, because coffee is good and this witch is lifeblood, and we'll get started. Hey, why don't you think about buying Witchy Mama some coffee so I can keep, functioning? All right, now. Okay. All right, y'all. We have quite an interesting reading. Today's reading opens the veil, urging us to release what no longer serves and to step into the flow of the spiral. Namaste, whispers. This is not going to work. Namaste whispers breathe in the moment, anchoring us in presence. Self-compassion reminds us we are but human vessels of spirit, luminous yet tender. And in the echoes of Basho and Ezra Pound, we find poetry that bridges worlds, teaching us that the sacred lies in both stillness and in struggle, and in both surrender and return. So, shall we get started? All right. This is kind of cool. Hey, Teresa, welcome to the show. All right. Oh, bummer. Okay. All right, now. Hot. Okay. Move that. Grab my trimmer. Witchy Mama forgot to trim the wick this morning. Okay. Boom. Haha. All right, now. Hey, Alan. All right, y'all. We have... There we go. All right, so... Namaste, my witchlings. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. I am Di, your favorite yoga witch, guiding you through Di's daily divinations and self-care. Each day we flow with the sacred spiral, so let's step into today's spiral together. We begin, as always, by lighting our candle, and we celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, and the milestones of the witchling family. If you want to be honored, well then, join the coven over at Patreon and fill your information in on the Discord server that you will have access to. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I need a lighter. Where did I hide it? I know it's there. There it is. Son of a sea biscuit. I threw it at myself. Rearranged my office last night. All right, so we have a birthday today, 2 birthdays. One of them, oh my God. Today is a high school classmate, a friend, and a former Army helicopter pilot's birthday. He and his family overcame an early start. Their oldest child was born when we were juniors in high school, and are still going strong. I am so proud of them. I am so proud to call him my friend. Sean, I hope you have a birthday as kick-ass as you are. It is also a former co-worker's birthday. We worked together at Torrid. So Chelsea, I hope you have an amazing birthday with your hubby and kiddos. So, happy birthday, my friends. Now, as I light the flame, may our light be a beacon of hope in the darkness for those who are stumbling and have lost their way. We also hold our light for the survivors and victims of gun violence in this country, remembering them in our circle. And with the lighting of our candle, our sacred circle is closed, and we invite the ancestors to join us on today's journey. Boink. Oh, that's going to sit there for now. Check in with that chat. Yes, I dyed my hair last night. I feel so much more myself again. Ah. Yeah, Bean found the vertical and the landscape feed. Awesome. Ha ha ha. Oh, so yeah, my cat, I don't know if you've been in chat recently. We have two cats who are regulars in here, my cousin's girlfriend and my adopted kid. My cat came over and we bleached her hair and dyed mine last night. And I feel so much more like myself again. Oh, I don't like the gray. The man behind the curtain likes the wisdom stripes, the rogue stripes, but I'm not ready to look that old yet. I mean, yes, I'm pushing 50 years old a whole lot faster than I want to admit, but I still don't really look it. Except for the hair. This shit started going gray when I was 17 years old, y'all. So, let's see. How is everybody out there doing? I would believe you, Amy, and I would love that if I didn't have very clear memories of your baptism. Oh, work is always fun. This is work for me these days. Whoops. Irony, though. I gotta look at something. I can't remember how many years ago it was. Let's see. I put in my application to work at Torrid on, let's see, 6 years ago. Wait, yep. 6 years ago, I put in my application to work at my local Torrid store. They had a hiring event. Uh-oh. I didn't. Ha. Yep. Hey, cat. But I went to an open hiring event that they were, come in, put an application in, and get like 20% off your purchase at Torrid. And I'm like, you know what? What the hell? It'll be fun. It'll get me out of the house. I'll have some spending money. I probably won't get the job anyway. So I went to, let's see, I went down to the store, put in the application, talked to the manager, did the interview, and I was told this was on a Thursday that I would know by Sunday night if I had the job. So Friday goes by, Saturday goes by, Sunday afternoon gets there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to hear back. I didn't get the job, blah, blah, blah. Sunday night, just before the store closed, I get the call saying, hey, so when do you want to start? I had a job. Uh-oh. Be careful, Irish. So, yeah, that was fun. I worked there for 4 years. Up until the plague and shutdown started, I would work 2 to 3 days a week for like 4 to 5 hours. And then the plague and shutdown happened, and my body did not like having gotten COVID however many times I did before we reopened. And so after the plague, I was working 1 3-hour shift a week, and it ended up being awesome. Worked there for 4 years. What did you do, Irish? I feel like such a mom. Because that is exactly what I said to my own child when he came home and said he might have gotten suspended. That was going to be my question. Was it worth it? I'm assuming they probably deserved it. Not that I condone violence. Please, let's not go around punching, well, unless they're Nazis. Then we want to punch the Nazis. Be Captain America. All right. Oh, let's see. What are we doing here? All right, y'all. Let's get moving, shall we, my friends? So, move the hair, and I say, Namaste, Witchlings. Welcome, one and all, to Di's Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, where we weave together the sacred spiral flow, honoring the day, listening to the cards, and caring for ourselves just a little bit along the way. So go grab your favorite crystal. I'm going to grab my heart. Grab your favorite crystal, light your candle or incense, cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your cup today, and let's step into today's spiral of wisdom and self-care together. Don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It helps our Witchling circle grow and keeps our daily spiral turning. Yep, he got in your face first. Oops, sorry. A zesty bitch. I like that one, though. I'm going to use that one. All right, that is a took hair. All right, my witchlings. Before we dive into the cards, let's see what holidays are coming tomorrow. And, of course, check back in with the witchlings in the chat. All right, reminder, this season we are shaking our holidays up a wee bit. We are going to look at tomorrow's holidays this season because it just makes life easier when we're rolling the shorts out and posting them. We would usually get them up the next day, at which point, why bother talking about yesterday's holiday? So, executive decision made. Why am I singing and scatting? Ha ha. Okay. Hey, hey. All right, here we go. We have 3 holidays for tomorrow. The first one I really like. It is International Frugal Fun Day. Say that 10 times fast. Joy doesn't have to come with a price tag. We celebrate Frugal Fun Day, reminding us that laughter, nature, games, books, and starlight are free magic. Find wonder in life's simple and cost-free joys. I take issue with it saying that games and books are free. The ones you already own are. Or choose the library. Next, and this is what I'm going to probably be doing tomorrow. It is Improve Your Office Day. Your workspace is a reflection of your energy, my witchlings. On Improve Your Office Day, refresh your space with plants, crystals, or even a splash of color. Even one candle or a little bit of decluttering can shift the entire vibe into a sacred sanctuary for your work and creativity. I love it. And then another holiday for me. I know what I need to do tomorrow. It is International Toot Your... What? Oh, sorry. It is International Toot Your Flute Day. Fun fact. My very first instrument was the flute. And on Toot Your Flute Day, we celebrate music, creativity, and the magic of sound. Whether you're playing a silver flute, a wooden pipe, or just humming your own tune, let today be about lifting spirits and filling the air with joy. Music is a spell, and every note is a ripple of love and light in the universe. Yes. That is true. I am so sorry, everybody. I am yelling at you guys. Yeah, I'm trying to not yell at you guys. I apologize. I am hyper today. Oh, yeah, that would probably should be. Did that make a difference? I don't know. Okay. It's a very good question, Amy. Who is singing and scatting? There is somebody in here who's wanting out. I am warm. All right, you guys. Yep. I remember seeing the tin whistles at one point. I wanted to play with them. We over here, our elementary school kids learn how to play a recorder. And most kids master Hot Cross Buns or Mary Had a Little Lamb. Yeah, post-nasal drip is never fun. Oh, thank you, John. The Man Behind the Curtain had so much fun recreating the new graphics for this season. Yep. Oh, I'm not surprised your dad has them. Your dad and music and instruments is almost as bad as me and my incubator. We're just a musical family. Hot cross buns, 1 penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The other thing I learned, and I don't remember which, I think it was school number 3 in 6th grade. I went to 5 different schools that year. I think it was school number 3 in 6th grade, where we were learning keyboarding on a keyboard, not a typing keyboard, a musical keyboard. And the keyboard we had 1 key chords, which was cool. And then we had sheet music where we got to learn various different popular songs. And the one I decided I was going to learn was the theme from Top Gun, you know, the dun dun bum ba da 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 dum bum. Yeah, I used to be able to play that. Nice. Yep. When one of my brothers was in junior high band, they decided to play the 1812 Overture, and instead of crash cymbals or a drum, they decided to use the hand-me-down antique .22 handgun that my family owned with blanks into an oil drum. It was awesome. Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute, Irish. I know how that goes. I have... My collection is this right here. It's a little purple pinboard thing, bulletin board thing, and I've got a bunch. All right. Buttons and pins and fun. And then I have, yeah, pin your friends to your bag. I have this one that says they didn't burn witches, they burned women. I have a pin that says not today, Jesus. I have a bunch of witchy pins on my witchy hat. I have a bunch of Barbie pins because I love Barbie. I used to collect Barbie dolls. So whatever pins you have, or what do you have? That would be the question. All right, y'all. Let's see what the cards are screaming at us today. Yeah, let's actually get around to doing some cards. Excuse me. Yeah, clicky, clicky. Is there a way that we can set that to just automatically propagate up at the top of the monitor? All right. Now, let's step into the spiral and see what the cards are saying today. We start with the oracles. And no, I'm not flipping you off. All right. All right, here we go. Our first card is You Didn't Mean It. Damn it, I did it again. First card is You Didn't Mean It. Next. wrong time and place. Dum dum. And finally, never again. Uh-huh. I love it when the cards repeat themselves. It means we're not hearing something. The wisdom of today's draw shows that you didn't mean it and that it was simply the wrong time and place for anything real to take root. From this, we embrace the vow of never again. Never again will we accept less than what we deserve. Our boundaries are our shield, our spell of self-respect, and our declaration of our sacred worth. Yes. Next, we have the tarot. There we go. Okay. All right. First tarot card is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a strong-minded and self-sufficient person with some feminine energy. They are headstrong and an efficient person who is a source of inspiration. So, generally a good thing. Next we have Queen of Pentacles reversed. And she is giving us some materialism, some insecurity, and social climber vibes. And then finally we have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles says we have some extra responsibility here. All right. Well, then, the Queen of Swords is guiding us with her clarity and independence, a true source of inspiration. But yet still the Queen of Pentacles reversed reveals the tug of insecurity and material concerns. With the Two of Pentacles, we learn that balance here is key. Our responsibilities are not burdens, but proof that our spirit is stronger than doubt. What do we think? Whew. Now, let's braid the Oracle and the Tarot together, bringing their voices into one beautiful sacred spiral. Shall we? What do they all say together? Today's draw weaves a very powerful story for us. The Oracle begins with "You didn't mean it," reminding us that not all words or actions are born of truth. It was the wrong time and place, signaling that what failed to bloom was never meant to. From this, we claim our vow of never again, setting firm boundaries against disrespect and reclaiming our sacred worth. The Tarot is deepening this message. The Queen of Swords rises with clarity, independence, and wisdom, guiding us to lead with strength. Yet, the Queen of Pentacles reversed warns that insecurity or material worries may try to pull us from our center. The Two of Pentacles reassures us, though, that the balancing act may feel heavy. It also proves our resilience, our ability to juggle challenges without letting fear rule our path. Together, these cards affirm that while endings may sting and doubt may whisper, we are protected by our own strength, and the spiral always carries us forward into brighter growth. Our affirmation for today's reading is I honor my boundaries with love. I balance responsibility with grace. I trust that endings clear the way for my truest worth to shine. Wow. That was a pretty impactful reading. I don't want to use the word powerful because I feel like it gets overused here, but wow. All right. Let's take a look at what everybody's saying. Hey, Dark Wolf, how are you doing today? Hoi. Oh, no. Yup. Tootsie Pops and braces don't mix well. All right. Marimbas are fun, though. Hey, Irish. Welcome back. We're doing pretty good here, Dark Wolf. Did my hair last night, so I'm feeling more myself. I'll be chopping off some of it tonight, getting rid of the dead ends. Let's see. We have guided meditation tonight, so come on back in a few hours for that. It'll be cool. Just kind of chilling out today and realizing that it is already Friday because it was a short week. Yeah. But it has been a week. Oh my God, has it been chaos around here. Excuse me. Oh, and the spawn will be in and out pretty quick tonight because of the haunt. Haha. John, you really should watch it in the morning and not live. Because it will probably keep you up. So please. Sometimes a podcast is. Guided meditation puts my brother to sleep. Oh, good gravy. It is so warm in here. It is so warm in here. I am so looking forward to when there's going to be snow on the ground outside. I am so looking forward to the snow coming this year because maybe I'll be comfortable in my office. And the man behind the curtain and I have swapped. This is hilarious. He is freezing to death out there, and it is 67 degrees outside right now. In my office, it is 77. It is equally as warm in his part of the house. He is freezing. I am sweating to death. And it used to be the other way around. I was the one that was always cold, and he was the one that's always hot. Welcome to getting older. All right, my friends, my darlings, my witchlings. Do we want to get to the self-care part of this fun and games day? I think we do. Oh, goodness. Oh. All right. We have Namaste. Namaste says to breathe in the moment. You know what? You're gonna there. Now you're in the right place. Breathe in the moment. Relax your eyes and breathe in and out normally. Pay attention to your breathing as if it were a captivating story. What part of your body is doing the breathing? Is it your diaphragm, your chest, or your whole body? How rapid is your breathing? Are your breaths quick or drawn out? Do you find it difficult to breathe? Is there any pain in your breaths? Assess everything you can about your breaths. After, breathe intentionally for 8 minutes. So that would put it at quarter after. Just by acknowledging your breaths, you give yourself more life and value. This will allow... Starting over this paragraph. Just by acknowledging your breaths, you give yourself more life and value. This will also allow your mind and body to relax, for the focus is now on the breath and nothing else. I like this one. As an asthmatic, being reminded to breathe occasionally is a good thing. Moving on to... Let's do self-compassion, shall we? This one reminds me of a song. I cannot remember who sings it, but the part of the song goes, I'm only human after all. And the card is only human. And it says, consider one of your heroes or role models? What 3 things do you have in common with them as a human being? I need food. I need shelter. I need clothing. I think that works. All right. Yeah. 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 I love him, though. He is really, really, really fun. Haven't seen him in years, but got to get down to Vancouver. Ooh, Amy, I need to talk to you later. It should be. Well, let's see. Now let's see if the picture for today's goddess is actually going to look right. Should, but we make no promises. So, okay. All right. Dunk and dunk. And now this. Now, next, we honor the goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Today's goddess is the bear goddess. And her head is hiding behind the thingamajigger. And OBS is not cooperating. There we go. Now you can see her. Weird. Okay. So. All right. Apparently we have some more things to fix yet. But you know what? It's okay. We're getting used to this here. So, in Korean myth, the bear goddess embodies patience, devotion, and transformation. Alongside her friend the tiger, she longed to become human and was tasked with enduring 100 days in a cave. Sustained by only wormwood and garlic. While the tiger gave up and just decided, nope, can't do this, left, the bear's steadfastness led her to emerge as a beautiful woman, who later bore a son that founded Korea, known as the Land of the Morning Calm. She inspires us with her strength, quiet peace, and dedication, guiding those seeking change and personal growth. On Tangun Day, which is today, which honors the founding of Korea by the bear goddess's son, we can connect with her by incorporating garlic into our meals or carrying symbols of bears to invoke her persistence and power. For inner calm, meditate by visualizing a tranquil cave, such as her womb, letting solitude nurture your spirit. In all acts of transformation, the bear goddess offers inspiration to persevere with patience, embrace peace, and emerge renewed once again. I like her. What do you guys think? I think she's pretty cool. Yes, I actually, as I was doing today's goddess, it said to incorporate garlic into one meal today. Or if you're feeling particularly, dedicated, you could use garlic in at least one meal a day for the next 100 days. And I'm like, I never don't use garlic. I don't care. Oh, no, I do. Actually, I take it back. There is one meal there is one thing that I will make without garlic in it most of the time, and that is eggs. Because the last time I tried to garlic my eggs, I overdid it, and oh God. I love garlic, but nope. But see, I'm also one that I will make garlic cheese toast by toasting bread, just sprinkling it on the granulated garlic, not garlic salt, granulated garlic. Throw in some shredded cheese on it, pop it under the broiler and let it go. And oh my God. But yeah. Yeah. My family, growing up, we used garlic salt, as did the man behind the curtain. But I just much prefer to just use garlic. Oh my gosh, Irish. If you like garlic, you must find, because what I use today is, not the minced garlic. We use minced garlic that I buy this big ass thing of it at Costco, and it goes in just about every meal. Stir fry, broccoli beef. I put a giant spoonful of it in everything I make because, well, I had to get to yeah, at least a tablespoon. It's so good. Now I'm getting hungry because I'm talking about food. Garlic. He is so freaking cute. So the furry overlord is currently curled up, sprawled out in the sunbeam from the bathroom window, snoring. He's so cute. All right. It's time. It is time to wrap up with a moment of Zen, a teaching from the Little Book of Zen to carry into the rest of your day. We have quotes from Basho and Ezra Pound. A branch shorn of leaves, a crow perching on it, this autumn eve. And then, in a station of the metro, the apparition of these faces in the crowd, petals on a wet black bow. Ezra Pound. I am amused because I have not started the book over or done anything different. When we went off for 2 weeks, I picked right up where I left off. And because of the fact fall has actually kind of started, we are just absolutely perfectly timed with this. It's great. And that, my friends, is our little moment of Zen. Oh, dear Lord. I can't wait to see that one. I'm glad it's coming out the correct end of your nose now. So much better than going the wrong way. All right, my witchlings, it is that time. It's time to wrap up for the day. So, as we open our circle with the extinguishing of our candle, we extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors for joining us here today. Oh, I haven't let all of the smoke out yet. There it goes. Oh no, it's the magic smoke. No, it won't work. All right. Whew. All right, y'all. We have not recorded our outro yet, so please bear with me. Before we completely wrap up and leave here, I have a reminder. This channel is entirely supported by the Witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here, simply magic and love. So, thank you. All right, y'all. We have no corporate sponsors. Please, the only way I get any support here is via the Patreon, the Buy Me a Coffee, or the Substack. There we go. So, let's go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There's already enough darkness and hate. Let's please try to be beacons of light and hope for those lost in the dark. And then tell your loved ones whether they walk on two legs, fly with wings, curl up with fur, glide on scales, or tiptoe on paws and claws that they are absolutely precious. Moments slip away faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come far too soon. And then always, always, always remember, my witchlings, you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is real, even if you haven't discovered it yet. I was a middle-aged witch before I found mine. So, I love you all so very much, and namaste, my witchlings. Now, come on over and join the coven on Patreon for exclusive rituals, behind-the-scenes contents, bonus blog, early access to my classes, and access to the private Discord server. I have tiers starting at just $1 a month at patreon.com/DieTheYogaWitch. Do you want to buy your favorite Gen X witch a coffee? Please, you can fuel my caffeine habit at buymeacoffee.com/die.theyogawitch. All of the links here are in the description and on my link tree, which is linktree/DieTheYogaWitch. Y'all know this. Maybe, though, you're looking for some personalized guidance here, right? Book a one-on-one yoga session with me at yogawithdylin.com. Hi. 101 yoga, maybe a coaching session. You can join the workshops or explore rituals and services. Those are all over at yogawithdylin.com as an ordained minister. I also offer blessings, ceremonies, and custom rituals for life's milestones. You can look that up at dietheyogawitch.com. And then please don't forget, Monday through Friday, we are here from 1:30 until about 2:30 doing Daily Divination and Self-Care. And then from 2:30 to about 3:30, we're doing Chillin' with the Witchlings. Sunday, Coffee and Cues with Die the Yoga Witch at 1:30 in the afternoon. Thursday evenings at 4:30 Pacific my time are the Yoga Witch's Cauldron podcast. Friday evenings, meditation and yoga nidra asana at 8:30 Pacific time, PM by the way. Saturday nights, you get to listen to me rant and rave at Bitch and Witch again at 8:30 in the evening. And then, I think that is everything. Yes. How about them apples? Life is chaos. It's all good. And then stick around, my darling, my dears, my loves, because once we wrap this up and everything is done, you will be automatically redirected, that's the word I'm looking for, to Chillin' with the Witchlings. I think. Oh, okay. We're not redirecting anymore. Okay, that works. I'm going to drink coffee. All right. So, man behind the curtain is doing some clickety-clacking typing in my ears. And here we go. I'm switching glasses. These tend to annoy my ears. Ha! He just realized he forgot something. What are we doing, babe? Okay. Quick break, because I probably need to get a dog out to water the tree. Come here. Wait. Ooh. Come here, you fatso. Ooh. Hoopa. There you go. All right. Ooh. I know it was. All right. I'll see who I'm calling fatso as soon as the camera comes back. He stole my chair. Yup, it's Mr. Fuzzybutts. Every time I get up, he takes my chair. Kitty, kitty, yay, yup. Yeah, I know, I stole his chair. It is actually his chair. He has puked on it more times than I want to admit, laying his claim. I apologize for how long I took, my friends. I forgot that someone with ginormous hands needed someone with slightly smaller hands to take care of a dish for them. And I promised I would do it, and then forgot. And he will be home from work in about 10 minutes. Ah, the joys of living with someone who works the haunts during Halloween, during October. He comes home from work, throws his stuff in his room, grabs the stuff he needs for the night, and walks right back out the door. Uh-oh. What do you need done? Yeah. Oh my gosh. You got some fur flying here, buddy. Uh-oh. Fuzzy butts. I can't reach the coffee, my dude. Alright, so let's see. What are we doing this weekend? Uh-oh. That's problematic, friend. Yeah. Go get some sleep, John. We will see you soon. Tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is Improve Your Office Day or whatever it was. So, you know what? I think tomorrow I'm going to be doing my normal housework and then doing some work in here again, because, yeah. Oh, I can't wait to hear how that goes, John. I am actually going to put out a video at some point this month on the history of Samhain becoming Halloween and the Roman Catholics appropriating it as All Saints. It's not All Saints Eve. All Hallows Eve, and then Monday, the 1st of November, being All Saints Day, as well as being the Dia de la Muerte. So yeah, there are so many holidays are centered around the end of this month. Yeah. World Procrastination Day was yesterday. Oops, I put it off. Procrastinators unite tomorrow. Why do something today when you can put it off until tomorrow? Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh, that's nice. Yes. What age will I be a psychic? There isn't any particular age, but there are books that you can read that have exercises in them to help you build up that muscle. It's similar to learning how to play an instrument. The more you practice, the better at it you get. I honestly believe that everybody has the ability to access their psychic gifts. You just gotta know what to do. And in this particular instance, the book that I am using is the book Psychic Witch. The author's name is Matt Auryn, Auryn, I think. I know the cover of the book has an owl on it. Black cover, white owl. Oh, trust me, Irish. We caught that. Sounds like you have the same kind of people I did in high school. I was not a popular child in high school. I was the one who wore, handmade clothes, was in band, was in choir, did drama when I could. Drama teacher hated me. Probably because I liked his son. I don't know. Then I became friends with his daughter and he changed. I don't know what the fluff was up with him. But I was a geek. I was weird. I was neither Russian nor Mexican nor Mormon nor Roman Catholic. So yeah, I just did not fit in high school. So yeah, welcome to what it was like to be me as a teenager. Let's see, what else are we doing this weekend? I forgot to unmute in Discord when I came back from the head. Let's see, what am I doing this weekend? It is the first weekend of October. I don't think I have any plans this weekend, but no, none of us are, my dear. I need to confirm a date here. So, next, we will not be having podcast next Thursday. Just so everybody knows now, because I am going to be busy and not at home that night. Yes, the geek will inherit the earth. I have been treated to the Gen X Takeover Comedy Tour, which is coming to Tacoma on the 9th, which also happens to be my cat's birthday. And she decided that we were going to go to it. Yes, but if it's at 8 o'clock and I have to drive to Tacoma and find food and all of that, we are not going to be able to do podcast next week. Maybe we'll do podcast. We'll work it out. But I am very much looking forward to that. If you guys are not familiar with who they are, and I'm sure many of you are not, there are 4 content creators across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, etc., Facebook, who are all Gen X. They all popped off and became immensely popular during the plague and lockdown. One of them goes by the name Dad Bod Vet. He is, I believe, a Navy veteran. Dad Bod Veteran. I believe he's a Navy vet. I know his son is active duty Navy. Sherry Dindle. She goes as Slim Sherry on social media. She is hilarious. Then there is the one whose name I can never remember. Oh my God, why can't I remember her name? I've started following her with this. And then I can't pick which of the 3 that I'm familiar with the most, which one's my favorite. But the final one is Professor Nick. He actually was a school teacher until his YouTube and social media took off. He has since stopped teaching, but he is all about music and WWE and all of that stuff. And he is so amazing and so much fun to watch. He actually, so I don't hide the fact that I am a New Kids on the Block fan. About 23 years ago, I found out that I'm related to the Knight brothers. So that is kind of cool. So I'm a New Kids on the Block fan, and apparently so is Professor Nick. He made a video after the first single from their latest album dropped. The song is Kids, and there's choreography that goes with it. And about 3-ish weeks after they dropped it, but right after they had announced they were going out on tour again, he released a video that said, the first time you hear the song, and he's just kind of sitting there bopping, going, hey, this is kind of a good song. Who's singing it? Oh, New Kids on the Block. Dude, they're still rocking it this many years later. Then the second time you listen to it, and he's sitting there and he's singing along with it, still in the car. And then it goes like the fifth time you're listening to it, and he's actually dancing the choreography. And in the comments, Jonathan Knight commented. That made everybody go ape shit. And when Jonathan commented, Joe McIntyre came and commented, and both of them were praising him. And then Donnie got involved. And Donnie's like, dude, good on ya. Can't wait to see you when we go out on tour. We'll see you and in whatever city it was. So, yeah. Hey, Kat. So that was so much fun. And I think Donnie said he would make sure that Nick and his wife got in and got to meet them and everything. There's a reason I like this band. Ooh. Yeah, I've heard about Storm. I've heard about Tropical Storm Amy. It does not sound pretty fun. Good luck to those of you that are in the path of that shit. And then we were watching Colbert last night. And I don't remember what he was saying, but he's like, ooh, $1 million movie idea. And he leaves a voice note in his phone. And then he goes to one of his people and he's like, here, get this to Mark Wahlberg. Just send him the whole phone. Or Donnie, I don't care, just one of them. And I giggled because it was great. Oh my God. And as much of a New Kids on the Block fan as I am, and as much as I love Tom Selleck, I didn't catch Blue Bloods as much as I wish I had. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go back and watch it. Excuse you, young man. Are you busy? Are you comfortable back there? Oh, hello. I almost ran you over. You want to come say hi? You can come say hi now. Walk around the kitty. Come here. He was mooning the camera. It was great. What are we doing? We have happy babies. This is the Tucker. Look at the happy face. And we got the fuzzy butt, who is mad at me because I stole his chair. Yeah, you're a good boy, baby. Okay, go lay down. Okay? Blanket. Go get your blanket. And I'm now stuck sitting here for the moment because if I try to roll back to where I belong, I'm going to run over a paw. Oh, life is good though. I have a feeling I'm talking to mostly the family at this point. With John, if John's there, might have John and Irish as the only, John and Irish is the only non-family. Yep, and Kat. So, the family. Yep. Nice. I don't know what I'm doing in here. I'm probably... Oh, he moved. Yay, I can scoot back over where I belong. Probably not going to do a whole lot in here. The current things I want to do in my office. I want to get the giant-ass TV that hides behind my office door out of here. That would be the first thing. And then we need to rearrange furniture because I have a closet that has stuff in it. But I have not been able to access that closet since we put my desk in place. So, Yes. Oh, let's see. Get the sapphic flag to really confuse people. That could be highly entertaining considering, as far as I could tell, Irish is a guy. Oh, it will be. It will be available, my dear. Transblahage, Invader Zim, Pride, and... I know. Which one? Well, I know what flag you should get. You should get the human. Wait. Let me turn. You should get the human flag because it has ace, bi, pride, trans, and pan. No, not the Union Jack, not considering where he is. That would be bad. Well, maybe not. Yeah, it would. I can't think of many Irish people who are supportive of... Good luck with that tomorrow, John. I have talked about the fact that I am a royal watcher. Got hooked into that. Got hooked into being a royal watcher with my grandmother. She absolutely loved the fact that I was named Diana. Constantly complained about it being misspelled, though. And she is the reason that there is only one person in my life who has ever been allowed to call me Diane. And that was my older brother. But yeah, I have never liked Diane. So I was always Diana. And then I went and changed my name, and I suspect my grandmother would have appreciated it. Yes. Please, if it is not canceled tomorrow, please be safe, John. I do not want to hear about anyone getting blown away. Ha! At least over there, they would actually be blown away, not... Yeah. Yup. Oh, there are so many interesting... Yes. I am being told that apparently there was an FBI agent who was fired recently because prior to this year, he was seen with a pride flag on his desk. Am I? I swear I'm not talking that loud. I got this in the Mindful Souls box and I'm playing with it. I'm trying to decide if I want to put it up. But a pride flag. Yep. Let's see. What other flags do they have? Oh, man. No, that one wouldn't work for Irish. I have a flag in my office that says... I can't remember what all it says. If I wanted the government in my uterus, I'd fuck a senator. I rather love this flag. Yup. I will find out where the kids got it. Park Run, the movie, a running version of Gone with the Wind. Every time John mentions the Park Run, I hear Park Rose in my head because one of my current favorite YouTubers... You know what? I'm just going to sit back from the microphone because I'm talking at my normal volume and apparently the mic is hypersensitive today. Exactly, Irish. But every time John says Park Run, I see Park Rose because one of my current favorite YouTubers is in the Park Rose part of Portland. And I love watching her. I am trying to tone my voice down so I'm not yelling into the mic, and I am so sorry. For some reason, I am louder than louder than normal. Yes. The MI5 surveillance van. Yep. Parkour works too. I watched a movie the other night. Let me get the Thursday Book Club. Or the Thursday Murder Club. There it is. And the actors, I have to look up the one's name because I can never remember his name. Okay. So, the name of the movie is The Thursday Murder Club. And the blurb is, 4 irrepressible retirees spend their time solving cold case murders for fun, but their casual sleuthing takes a thrilling turn when they find themselves with a real whodunit on their hands. And the cast is why I watched it. Starting off with Dame Helen Mirren. Next we have Pierce Brosnan. Then Ben Kingsley rounds out the first 3, and they adopt Celia Imrie into their group early in the movie. And then the most obnoxious bad guy in the movie is played by none other than David Tennant. It was so good. And of course, and this is no spoiler, Dame Helen Mirren's character retired from MI6. It's great. It is such a fun movie. Watching Pierce Brosnan do comedy again was great. So what you want there, I have 2 flags that are an option. They're Irish. I have one that is a black flag with a white pentacle on it. Or a yin yang. Catherine Tate actually, I don't think is in this one. Let me look. No. Oh, Joseph Marcel, who played the butler on Fresh Prince and Bel-Air, is in it though. Yep. So yeah, it's a really, really, really fun movie. The funny part is, I need his name again. The funny part is, I was not even looking at the screen when... Will you stop? I was not even looking at the screen when Joseph Marcel, again, the Banks' butler, started speaking. I heard his voice first, and I'm like, wait a minute. I know that voice. That's Jeffrey. Jeffrey, the butler on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with Will Smith, which I watched fairly religiously. Oh my God. Oh yeah, sorry. I have a couple of people in my ear right now that are talking to me, and I keep forgetting not everybody can hear what's the conversation going on in my ear. I'm bad. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, dear Lord. That sounds fun, Kat. Anything with Ian McKellen in it, I will watch. Let's see what else. Yes, that Magick and Dispel. God, that is her. I absolutely love Doctor Who. David Tennant is absolutely the reason that I started watching one of the Fluff and Stuff. All right. 2 elderly gay men playing elderly gay. Yes. Shit, there's another one going on right now. There's another one playing right now that has Nathan Lane in it. And I want to watch it too, and I believe it's currently a series. I'm losing my shit because I can't remember the name of the show I watched. Jessica Jones. That's what it was. David Tennant was the most of the reason I started watching Jessica Jones. Then I decided I liked the character. Yup. Let's see, what else are we doing? I want to watch Only Murders in the Building. Have not gotten into it, despite the fact that Kilgrave. Despite the fact that I absolutely love the cast. I just, It took me a bit to get through it because of my history. And some of the triggers in there were kind of gnarly, but it actually was a really good show. And watching David Tennant play the villain was amazing. I'm actually currently very, very, very grateful that I did not get into Good Omens. I can't do Good Omens because I will not support a serial assaulter. And unfortunately, not Terry Pratchett, but the other one. I heard about 15 years ago. About 15 years ago was the first time I heard about, his name just zoomed out of my head. Not Terry Pratchett, but the other author. And assaulting a couple of women. Neil Gaiman, thank you. About 15 years ago, I heard about Neil Gaiman being a really, really not good human. And decided then that I really wasn't interested in much of his work. And then, time passed. It slipped from my mind. Good Omens started being made. And I adore David Tennant and his co-star there, who again, name I cannot remember. I'm looking. Thank you, Michael Sheen. I love David Tennant and Michael Sheen. They are both wonderful actors. But then more accusations came out against Neil Gaiman, and I'm like, I can't support it. I can't. And I kind of feel bad because I feel bad for the other people involved, especially Terry Pratchett and his remaining relatives, but wow. I have to believe that if Sir Terry were still around, he would have cut ties with Neil Gaiman a long time ago. And then, Michael Sheen, I know Terry Pratchett, it's so sad. But his daughter has his sword. His daughter has his star sword, and that is so cool. And he forged the sword himself, which is even better. God, I love my ADHD brain and the fact that I retain the most obscure trivia. Yep, that's what I have heard. Good Omens was one of the last things he worked on. No, not the show. The books. He passed away before the show came out. When did Terry Pratchett pass? I can't remember. 2015. So yes, he passed away before the show started. But God, he was cool. Dude. I will look at that. Look him up, Irish. I have very eclectic music tastes. I will listen to everything from classical music to hardcore. Go get some sleep, Cat. Oh, really? I didn't know Tom Clancy had a trans daughter. I do know the Muskrat does. And I cackled with laughter when the Muskrat said that he would give Taylor Swift his child, and she immediately responded with, "Great, I'll take Vivian." Yeah, that didn't go over well. Life is good sometimes. Only sometimes. I want more coffee. Why am I so freaking hyper today? Oh, I know why. Nice. I got my hair done, and I went to bed on time, and actually slept the whole night. I'm shocked. No. The muskrat is Elon Musk. I refer to him as the muskrat, so I don't usually use his name. And then the fascist Cheeto is the fascist Cheeto. Tiny Hands McGee. Diaper Dawn. The orange diaper, yeah. I could get behind that song. I loved Harry Potter. I loved Harry Potter. The actors are amazing and great and wonderful. And then she came out that way. That's true. And I hate it. Have you seen what she's been saying about Emma Watson? Emma Watson came out and said, I don't support her ideas and her stance here, but I still respect her as a person and care about her and blah, blah, blah. And frickin' turfy bitch from hell, just said basically, if you don't support everything I do, then you are, yeah. She basically ripped the poor kid apart. Nice. One of my bonus kids is rewriting Harry Potter. And one of the main trio, I think, is going to be trans. One of the professors is going to be trans. And just, they are rewriting the whole thing. And they're throwing all sorts of trans and queer people in the whole storyline. It's glorious. She is. Yep, Hermione is named after a Shakespearean character. There is so much allegory in it. Oh yeah, Portrait Feed isn't seeing what's going on the landscape. That is nice. And then, okay, my brain's on literature, so we're switching authors here. So we went. The Harry Potter stuff has a lot of allegory and, you know, and stuff like that in it. My brain then went to, hey, allegory. We have the Marok in Patricia Briggs' series. There's two of them that he pops up in. And I did not realize that the Marok was a werewolf character in, I believe, Arthurian fiction or in Arthurian lore. And I learned that, and then I started looking more into what Patty's been writing and her characters and just the amount of research that she has put into her stories. If you do not read Patricia Briggs, you should if you like werewolves and shifters and vampires and witches and oh my. Because the first series that you want to start with is the Mercedes Thompson series. Give me a moment and I will give you the title of the first book because I am listening to the full cast version of it on Audible. It is Moon Called. The name of the book is Moon Called. It is by Patricia Briggs. It is the first book in the Mercedes Thompson series. Mercedes Thompson is a female mechanic in the Tri-Cities area here in Washington. And she is a coyote shifter. Her father actually is Coyote. And when mom put baby daughter down in the crib, left the room, and came back in 5 minutes later to a coyote pup, she went, yeah, nope, not doing this shit. And she called a friend or an uncle or something who was involved with the Merox pack. So Mercy, got shipped off to Montana to grow up with the pack. As a young adult, late teenager, she left the pack, moved to the Tri-Cities area here in Washington, became a mechanic. Turns out her boss is a fairy. Her next door neighbor is the alpha of the basin pack. Yeah. And the whole series is great. Sibling series to it is the Alpha and Omega series, because where the Mercy Thompson series focuses on Mercy, who was raised by the Meroc, the Alpha and Omega series focuses on his son and his son's wife. Well, later wife. Yeah, it's really good, and I can sit here and tell you all about all of these books because, well, I love to read. And when I'm talking about my favorite authors, I can talk about them ad nauseum. So if you want to read paranormal romance or urban fantasy, let me know. I can give you tons of recommendations. Would that be the breeze that pulled me out of my shoes? Yeah, so... Oh, her Alpha and Omega thing is hilarious. Is not hilarious, but is really cool. I like the way she works it. I need to look at that, though. So this 35-mile-an-hour breeze. The man behind the curtain and I were down in my hometown in Oregon for a drag racing event. And we're setting up the pop-up that he parks his car under. And it's breezy. It's breezy. And he's like, here, hold on to it. Don't let go. Because if you do, it's going to blow away. It's going to get damaged, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. I have tennis shoes on. Didn't tie my tennis shoes that day, but I had tennis shoes on as he went back into the trailer to grab the stakes. Yes, Amy. And so I am, holding on to the pop-up. And here comes a nice little breeze that literally pulled me out of my shoes before he spotted, and he's like, let go, you're going to get hurt. And I'm like, eh. So yeah, he's freaking out. The poor guy who's in the pit across the road from us is going, holy shit, came running to see if he could either rescue me or help with that. But yeah, that was hilarious. The pop-up went upside down over the trailer. It was great. How it did not destroy the pop-up completely, I do not know, but almost. Yes, I need to look up the Omegaverse because it sounds interesting. I love Rick Riordan, whatever the frock his last name is pronounced. We are very much, we're big Percy Jackson fans, although I cannot stand the movie. I don't know many people who can because they bastardized his writing for the movies. But we have been following that. I haven't been able to get into either of his other series yet because I was stealing the books from the kids as they were reading them. And by the time the next series came out, none of my kids were living at home anymore. And even though Spawn is back home, I don't see what he's reading. Yep. I am mad at Disney because I am a huge Marvel fan. But yeah, they did put Jimmy Kimmel back on air. They caved. And then the two broadcasting syndicates, Sinclair and the other one, finally caved and stopped preempting him. Apparently they were having to pay something like $1 million per episode that they were preempting. And they discovered it financially was not feasible to keep preempting Jimmy Kimmel. Last night, per market. Okay. Per market per show? Oh, damn, that's even worse. So per market per show, and there were 11 markets where he was being preempted. On last night's episode, there is a movie coming out about Bruce Springsteen and the time around recording his album. Is it November? Is that the album he was in the movie, babe? I think. Nebraska. I knew it was an N. So it's around the time where he was recording and writing Nebraska. And so Jimmy had the kid who's playing him in that movie on. And he had Bruce Springsteen on at the same time. And I'm like, I can see how the kid got cast. And they cast him based on looks alone. And he's talking to the director going, are you sure you don't want someone who can, sing and play the music and all of this? And they're like, oh, no, we got you. You got this. I trust you. They played a clip and it's just like, damn, he done good. And then Bruce said, oh, yeah. I was watching the movie the other day and I'm like, when the hell did I do that? And he's like, oh, yeah, that's not me up there. Magnus Chase and the Trials of Apollo are the ones I have not stolen from the kids yet. That tastes good. All right, there we go. Yeah. But last night also, oh my God. Last night, Guillermo actually came out dressed. He came out dressed like a New York Chicano guy, and I'm like, oh my God. It was hilarious, but it was bright red velvet, and no, do not put Guillermo in bright red. And then I realized that their running gag with Guillermo is tequila. And I'm like, is the man an alcoholic and they're making fun of it? Or are they just making him appear to be an alcoholic and he's running with it? Because whatever. I mean, I get that to some people, making fun of an alcoholic is fun, but I don't find it funny. Rami Malek is really good. I have seen him in a couple of things. I want to see him. I want to see Queen. I have not watched it yet, but I have heard the reviews and the comments from people who knew the man. My brain just glitched on his name. Yeah, I absolutely cannot remember the lead singer of Queen's name, but I can see his face. The people who knew him, who have seen the movie with Rami in it, are like, he just completely embodied Freddie Mercury. He was not a man pretending to be Freddie Mercury. He became Freddie Mercury, which is awesome. It was cool. I giggle about the fact that one of the actors from Rent is now on Star Trek. And the wonderful thing is someone decided to rewrite Seasons of Love and turned it into a Star Trek thing. And I cannot remember any more details about it, but they used Star Trek Discovery, of course, which is his show. And he participated. Really? What bad shit are you hearing about Trek, Amy? Because is it the movies or is it the TV? Hey, Patrick. Cool. Queen is... Oh, I'm looking forward. That's kind of interesting, Patrick. Oh, really? I'm going to have to look into that, Amy. Because if they are, then they have strayed so far from Gene Roddenberry's dream. That's cool, though. How long have you been talking to her, Patrick? Yeah, I don't. I have been debating cutting, they call it fringe, I say bangs. I've been debating doing bangs again. He keeps saying no. I don't want, Mhm. So did I, John. I have that one in my wish list too. Oh hey, I've got my necklace on backwards. How did I do? Oh, well. Let's see. What tarot decks? Strange New Worlds. Ooh. Oh, wait. Strange New Worlds is the cartoon one, I think. Can't remember if Lower Decks is still running or not. Let's see. My current wish list for decks. I want the Feminine Wisdom. The Banned Books desk. Nice. Or Banned Books deck. I Am Queen. Whoops, I didn't mean to tap that. I Am Queen Oracle. Earthcraft Oracle, which is another Juliet Diaz. Yep. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Then we have the Oracle of the Witch, Reclaim Your Birthright. Green Witch's Oracle. Another Season of the Witch, Winter. This is going to be, Winter Tarot, Journey Through Yule and Imbolc. Earth Woman Tarot, Season of the Witch. Samhain, that's the next one I need to acquire. Season of the Witch, that looks like Yule or Imbolc. Yule. Seasons of the Witch. Ostara. And that should almost round out my Seasons of the Witch collection. Universal Celtic Tarot. The Connolly Tarot. I want the Connolly Tarot because the very first time I ever was read, the person used the Connolly Tarot because her last name was Connolly. And it was spelled this way. The Queer Tarot. I want that one. Oh. 7 months ago and then started about 2 weeks ago. That's not bad. That's actually not too horrible. Yup. Oh, John, you said that anytime you decide you kind of want another deck, something happens and you acquire the money. So you think the universe is telling you you need them. No, my dear. You are manifesting that shit. Next deck is the Star Trek The Next Generation deck. This one looks like it's another Tarot for You and Me, a queer deck. The Keepers of the Light Oracle. That's another Oracle deck, it looks like. Fairy Tarot. Fairy Tarot cards, yes. The Cat Tarot to go with my Mystical Cat Tarot. Mystic Fairy Tarot. Awaken Tarot. And I think that's all of them in that one. And then I need to set up a wish list that's just my tarot. I really do. But yeah, I have so many decks that I want them because they're so much fun. And the artwork. That makes sense, Irish. I used to grow my hair out and donate my hair to Locks of Love because, everybody said, oh, they make wigs for kids with cancer and they do this and that and this and that. Come to find out that no, they do not make wigs for kids with cancer. Which, not great. But, they make wigs for kids with alopecia. Which is kind of a better thing because alopecia, your hair doesn't grow back. Whereas cancer, obviously it does. But, I don't know, just something about it didn't sit right with me after that. I don't remember what else I learned. Oh, the wolf cut is cool. Yeah, I need to get a catalog. I do finally have something of a catalog of the decks that I own. I sat down and did that the other night. And that's when I discovered I have 11 tarot and 11 oracle decks. Did not know that I had the same number of both. But you know, and this is something you'll learn as you're reading, John. You will have one deck that you just keep coming back to. That is your favorite deck. You really just kind of, you're in sync with this deck. And that is me and my unicorn deck. I have a couple of other decks that I like, but I keep coming back to my unicorns. And my oracle deck, the Delaluna Answers one, yeah, I don't have another deck that responds as quickly and as easily as it does. What? Oh, dear Lord. Ha ha. I'll tell you later. Okay. But yeah. I want to chop my hair. I need to do something with my hair. But yeah. Yep. The angel number, the master number with numerology and all of it. I know. That does kind of look cool. That sounds really cool. See, I like guns. Oh. Ugh. I'm jealous. I'm jealous, Irish. My natural is a very light, mousy brown. And it never flattered me. And then let's see, I was 28, 29, might have been 30 when I first dyed my hair black the first time. Mind you, I'd been dyeing my hair red since I was 18, and I liked it, and it looks good. And then I dyed my hair black when my oldest was like a 4th grader. Walked into the office at the school for something with one of the kids right after I'd gotten it done. And the secretaries are like, "You look so good. That hair color takes 10 years off you." And I'm like, "Oh God, I hope not, because that would have meant I'd had Mikey when I was 10. And they just started laughing because, of course, that was my first reaction. A thick strawberry blonde. I have been jealous of strawberry blondes for years. An irreverent oracle deck, John? Why am I now thinking of the Boondock Saints movies? We have been throwing around the idea of making a Die the Yoga Witch tarot deck. I actually have a book on how to make your own tarot deck. Is that something that runs in the family too? I wanted to be a redhead so bad when I was a kid. But yeah, life is entertaining here. Okay. And we're going to keep going for about 10 more minutes, y'all. And then we're going to wrap up. And then I have guided meditation tonight. I am so excited. Yeah. Act like a hyper toddler when overstimulated. Yup. I didn't get the I Love Trains thing. I became fascinated with, let's see, what were my hyperfixations as a kid? I could have easily gotten hyperfixated on science, but I ended up hyperfixating on musical instruments, which is why I play 9-ish. Yeah. When I graduated high school, I was playing 9 different instruments. I could sing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Isn't it kind of cool how our hair changes as we age? Barber college for $10? Yes. That is definitely the way to go. I used to, when we lived on the other side of the Sound, there is a high school program. It's an alternative high school where they have a beauty college, they have a culinary arts school, they have mechanics training, etc., etc. And I would go to the beauty school to get my hair trimmed and colored because, hell, this hair was about $100 at the salon, but I could go to the beauty school and get it done for like $35, which was awesome. See, these are kids who are training to become professionals, and they have to have so many hours of non-human head practice. So basically, they're practicing on the mannequins and stuff before they are allowed out on the floor. And then before you can become licensed, I guess, to be, actually out in public doing this, you have to have so many hours of practice time. It's like any other career. You have to practice to be able to get your license and certifications. And, well, I don't mind being a guinea pig. I mean, hey, they got to learn on somebody. And I'm not super, super freaked out and, I'm not super concerned if, my hair gets chopped off shorter than I want it. Because you know what? Hair grows back. And there is this wonderful thing called dye oops, D-Y-E oops. And I'm like, yep, color oops. If the color doesn't look quite right, we grab the color oops, put it in, use it the way it's instructed, and voila, no more hair color. Oh, I miss my chin length bob. I miss my chin length bob. When I went to boot camp, I had my hair chopped. Well, actually, when I went to boot camp, it got chopped to here. That was the first time I ever got my hair, the back of my hair shaved. By the time I got out of boot camp, it was down to my shoulders. Oh no. Yes. And then, when I got home from the Navy, I went to get my hair trimmed, and my boyfriend at the time wanted his hair cut, so we went to the barber shop, and I was warned not to let a specific person touch my hair because that person at that particular shop would butcher it. And that's who I ended up with, and they butchered it. It looked like she took my hair, held it out to the side, and angled the scissors and went chop. It looked so bad. It was so bad. So I ended up going to the salon that I normally went to and asking them to fix it. And they had to chop it as short as it had been when I left for boot camp. My dad cried when I got home that day. Oh, we have an Astrid. Hey, Astrid! Yeah, it's red now. We just did it last night. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to chop a bunch of it off. And yeah. I took a shower the other night and washed my hair. And when I realized how long my hair had gotten, I'm like, yeah, we're going to chop it off. We need to bring it up to probably about the length it sits when it's braided. Which is so much more easy. So much simpler to care for. My munchkin has blue hair. It's very cool looking. I wish I could figure out how to show a picture. We have their hair, but no face. Because during stream, when someone would come in and accuse me of being a blue-haired libtard, we'd throw the Munchkin's hair on my face. Yep. So, my adopted little brother, may he ever rest in peace, but he's still around. The one Halloween he lived with me, my mom was dealing with breast cancer and had gone through chemo, so she had a red wig. And he and I wore the same size clothes. So he borrowed one of my dresses. We bought him a sash that said Beauty Pageant Queen. He put my mom's red wig on. And then we did his makeup. Trust me, it was not like this. And yeah, we had so much fun that Halloween. God, he was such a good sport about just about everything too. My question is, how will Irish's family take it if Irish finally comes out? That's my only concern. Hell, Amy will tell you. When I found out who Amy was, my immediate question was, how'd your parents handle it? We're good. That is my concern with anybody who comes out, you know? I personally don't care. Don't hit on me if I'm not interested in you. If you do hit on me and I say no, please, let's not. But I cannot imagine for a microsecond not allowing my child to be and love who they are and want to love. I don't get it. Because how does my being attracted to other women reflect badly on my parents? How would my son being trans reflect on my parenting? How does my child being non-binary reflect badly on anything in my parenting of them or their personality or their personhood? How does any of it? How does it affect anybody but me or the, you know? And I cannot wrap my mind around these parents who disown their child. My dad said my mother would have disowned me if she'd found out I wasn't straight. And I don't understand why. What does it change about them? They're still the same person you've always known. And I feel this way about religion as well. How does finding out that this woman how does finding out that this woman you have known for 10, 15 years, you just found out that she's a witch and all of that. How does that change the person that she's been the entire time you've known her? You know? Or you find out that your best friend's little brother is gay. You've known him since he was a toddler, and now you find out that he's dating a boy, and it's like, why does it matter? Does it affect you? No? Okay, then let him live. Sorry. Having accidentally gone to Pride in San Diego, I can kind of understand that one. I did not know Pride was happening. Oh, Kat, me and that song. My former best friend is from South Central Alabama. My most recent ex-husband from Northern Alabama. He lives in the Huntsville area now. His family has been there his entire life. My all-time favorite country band is Alabama. One of my favorite movies, Sweet Home Alabama. One of my favorite songs, Sweet Home Alabama. What is my goddamn connection to Alabama? Was I like, did I live there in a previous life or something? Because I sure have some sort of connection to that state. Hey, me. Jeez Louise. Did you see what Amy just said to train to Irish? With what you just said? So the man behind the curtain just said Alabama was the mecca for trains, and I'm like, chugga chugga choo choo. Ah, soda. Yay. Welcome to Di's ADHD brain. Hey, Luna Tuna. Look at pretty girl. You want to come say hi? I just totally completely forgot I was still on camera for a second, and I'm talking to the dog. But Belfast is one of the coolest towns in Ireland, to my understanding, or coolest cities. I want to get to Ireland one of these days. I want to go to Scotland, too. I want to go to Ireland. I want to go see the Isle of Ione, which I believe is an Irish adjacent island, but I can't remember. Pretty sure. I can understand that. Thank you, John. I fully agree with that one. I can see that, Irish. Dude. Who? Ask Scotland. Hey! Okay. So Astrid is saying preach. Vampy is back. Hi, Vampy! We have two different chats going on here, so I'm talking to you guys. Alan is here. The reason we're discussing visiting different countries is down here in the other chat is Irish Train Spotter talking about accidentally having gone to Pride in Belfast. And I'm like, I want to go to Ireland one of these days, and Scotland, and the Isle of Ione. My cousin is saying Iona is off of Scotland, and we're just, yeah. I'm glad to know we improved your day, Astrid. Go have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I'm not sure where you are, my friend. Oh, that's awesome, Vampy. That is so awesome. Oh, I'm so grateful. You guys are so nice to me. I swear. We're over 1,000 subscribers. I think we're still over 1,200 subscribers. And I can't believe we've gotten this far in a year. Oh, that is cool. We have not quite gotten to monetization yet, though. We're halfway there. We need watch time now. We just need watch hours at this point. You missed the marathon live streams, though. Let's see. End of August into the beginning of September, we had some marathon streams. 4 or 5 hours at a time. Communion and confirmation for money. I like it. Really? We're that close now? Apparently, the man behind the curtain is telling me that we are down to needing only about 300 hours of watch time to hit monetization. Oh, hit the first level of monetization. Oh, John, if we ever manage to make it to England, you will be one of the first to know. I want to go over there so bad. But yeah, unethical, yes. Effective, yes. I am one of the weird ones. I was born into the Episcopal Church. I've told the story a few times, but it's so fun. Born into the Episcopal Church. Amy's and my grandfather was a priest. By the time my baptism was coming around, my 3 older brothers were being confirmed. My dad was being welcomed into the church from having been a Roman Catholic, and my mom did something. So the whole family was doing stuff. But confirmations tend to happen by the bishop. And so Bishop B was going to be down there to do their confirmations and all of that. And someone asked our grandfather if he wanted to baptize the baby. And he's like, hell no, he's here, he can do it. And Bishop B is going, hey, yes. Because once you become bishop, you don't get to baptize the babies anymore. So I am a very, very, very special case. I was baptized by the sitting bishop of the Diocese of Oregon in, I want to say it was like March of 78. Oh, that is awesome, Irish. I love it. Hey, Control-Alt-B. How are you doing? Apparently, we are a bold, and it looks like a doggo. Oh, that is a cool one. I like that one, Amy. Come to this table, you who have much faith, and you who would like to have more, you who have been to this table often, and you who have not been for a long time, you who tried to follow Jesus, and you who have failed. Come, it is Christ who invites us to meet him here. I like it. Like it, like it, like it. Yes. Oh, Amy had said that the priest at the church that the family went to in Colorado used a blessing from Iona as his call to communion. And that is cool. Oh, that sounds fun, John. John says on Halloween his tarot group is doing a 24-hour Zoom call. That would be cool. I want that one, Kat. Many of you are sitting at the tables you were sent to flip. You are living your best life, Irish. I don't, but Jacques the Whipper probably does. Sorry. Oh, dear Lord, that could be dangerous, child. All I will say is don't forget your towel. Halloween sounds fun. I think you are, John. Actually, well, by technicality, you're Anglican. So, yeah, Roman Catholic. Sounds about right. I hung it up. Oh, dear Lord, he doesn't know. Oh, you poor, sweet summer child. You need to look up Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy, all 6 books. Yes, I know what I said. Hey, Damaged Kisses. Ha! Yay, Vampy's bringing friends. Catholic, oh my God. I think we are. Hey. Yes. Oh, God. I don't know that I ever read the last Artemis book. In the other chat, we're discussing Roman Catholics and books and chaos because I am an ADHD witch. And my cousin Amy just brought up the last book by Ian Colfer. Oh, well, sweetheart. Ian Colfer is Artemis Fowl, and Hitchhiker's Guide is Douglas Adams. And the difference there is Ian Colfer is an Irish author, and Owen, that's right. Owen Colfer is Irish, and Douglas Adams was British. Did you know that our uncle wrote a game based on the Hitchhiker's Guide, or a computer game? That was a fun game. Virgos. Ooh. Ooh. Are you a June Cancer or a July Cancer damaged? And then Virgo is August into early September. That's kind of a cool birthday. Early July. Better than the 4th of July. My grandfather's birthday was the 1st, and his mother-in-law was the 4th. I'm a Capricorn. I am a New Year's Capricorn. Dude, I have to go look that up. So, Vampy is in the other chat here. She's a good friend of ours. Please go subscribe to her channel. She's tons of fun too. The hubby is the man behind the curtain is you're a Taurus, right? I swear to God you are. Mid-May. So, yeah, that's right. That's why you had the nickname. He's mooing in my ear now. See, I was early. Oh, Lord, Cat, I am so sorry. Again, in the other chat, one of the people has roofers right above her head. I really didn't have much military experience. I made it through boot camp and my tech school. Let's see. Basically, I left for boot camp September of 95 at the tail end of one of the hottest summers on record in Chicago. I mean, few people passed away from it. And then did my thing, got set back twice in the process. So I did not leave Chicago until the end of December. And then made it to San Diego with walking pneumonia, both lungs. And the smog of San Diego made the asthma I was already predisposed to a whole lot worse. Made it through most of my tech school, was sexually assaulted while on active duty. Trigger warning, I apologize, I don't think about that. And then I reported it, and the psychologist who I got sent to decided that I had a personality disorder that made me, incompatible with military service, and that my medical care was going to cost the Navy too much, because she failed to remember that I had already told her I was married to a fellow sailor. So I got sent home from the Navy. On my 19th birthday, I received my VA award letter of 20% service-connected disabled. And, well, that December? Yes, that December I married my second husband. Yeah. And you're correct, thank you. While I was in my tech school, I call it A school, I grew up in the Episcopal Church, was baptized into the church, etc., but I got to my tech school and met people who had beliefs that aligned with the ones that I had that didn't match the church, ghosts, reincarnation, all of that happy horse manure. Come to find out they were witches and pagans. Me, I freaked the fluff out. And I go and call my grandfather, who was my priest, and I lay the whole story out. I'm like, Grandpa, this is what's going on. I'm freaking out because I believe in this stuff. And they're telling me that there's a way to, pursue these beliefs and do it all. But the church says I can't. And my grandfather, ever the wise man he was, said, child, you need to go out and live your life for you. You need to stop trying to live your life according to what somebody else, we both know who I'm talking about here, wants you to do and wants you to be. Because if you continue living that life, you're going to make yourself miserable and everybody around you is going to be equally as miserable. So please, for everyone's sake, live your life your way. Because I know that so long as you live a good, honest life, and you don't kill anybody you're not ordered to, I will see you again on the other side. And I'm like, so you're saying go do this? And he's like, yep, set your feet on that path and go for it. So I did, and I have never looked back. So that was 30 years ago last month that I enlisted, and it will be 30 years ago in March-ish that I made that phone call. And I have never looked back. I have gone to church a few times, generally for Christmas midnight mass, when I wanted to be near my grandfather, because that's what that always meant to me. And then in roundabout March-ish, after I had that conversation with him, I bought this. Because tarot had always kind of fascinated me and interested me. And I love unicorns. And so my friends and I were at this, I can't remember if we were at the Witchy shop or if we were at Borders. Now there's something that dates me, bookstore. But I picked up my very first tarot deck, which was the Unicorn Tarot, which, as you can see, is the deck I use today for my daily draws. I own 11 tarot decks, 11 oracle decks, and this is still the one I come back to every time. And I tell you what, I have never once regretted the path I'm on. My incubator asked me once, about 15 years ago. We were cohabitating, and she looked me dead in the eye and said, "Did you choose your religion just to piss me off?" How I managed to bite my tongue and not respond with the first thing that came to mind at that point, I do not know. But I did not look at her and ask her if she genuinely thought my life revolved around her that much. I said no. I chose my religious path because the beliefs that I held that did not align with the Episcopal Church aligned with this path. And when I spoke to Grandfather about it, he told me to do what I needed to do. So this is where I am. And now I can't help but kind of laugh to myself that I am now essentially making my living with the religion that she thought I chose just to piss her off. I love it. I'm making my living because of my witchcraft. It's become how I support myself. Witchcraft itself is not a religion. True. Paganism is the religion. Witchcraft is the practice of magic. Y'all aren't wrong, Amy and Kat. Amy and Kat, I forgot I finished my coffee up, so we're moving to the soda now. And thank you so much to the new subscribers. Yay! So, for those of you who aren't in the other chat, Amethyst Muriel is my cousin Amy, and she says she might have told my mother pissing you off as an extra benefit. And her partner in crime, Kat, says, "Can I choose my religion specifically to upset your incubator?" Yes, please. Oh. Irish, you could not pay me to go back to high school. Nope. I might go back and relive 1 month of my high school experience, but only that 1 month, and there are specific reasons. I would much rather just live through the weekends of that month. May of my senior year. The first weekend of May was the prom. Second weekend of May was my high school's May Day production, which I finally had the grades to be able to participate in. Third weekend of May, the choir went from the Salem area of Oregon down to Anaheim to participate in a choir competition. And then the fourth weekend of May, I was at an all Northwest music thing that you had to audition to get into, called Music in May. And I auditioned for it on my worst instrument and made it. So that was an amazing weekend. I have actually reconnected with one of the friends I made too. we connected that weekend, became friends, ran into each other while we were in boot camp, and then lost touch. And then I befriended a woman who is from here in the area I'm in now. And she's also a Navy vet. And amusingly, she used to do a buddy check-in on the 22nd of the month because, 22 a day. I'm actually wearing those pants. 22 veterans a day commit that. And she did her buddy check-in, and I saw his name. And I'm like, are you the person I think you are? And he's like, and I, gave a couple of details, and he's like, yeah. What the? And I'm like, we hung out at Music in May. And he's like, holy shit. And I'm like, yeah, I've been looking for you for years. And he's like, you found me. So we reconnected. I love Facebook so much. Yes, you should, Irish. Do it, do it, do it. Yeah, I have a love-hate relation. Don't mind me, I'm playing with the opal in my septum. I have a love-hate relationship with social media because, well, there are a lot of people who use it as a diary and express thoughts that really should not become outside thoughts. And it shows you the actual kind of person they are. But the upside is I have connected with my niece. Okay, she was my step-niece. She's my niece. My very first best friends, like I was 5 years old with these people. Have not spoken to them since I was 10. And various other people that I honestly thought I would never, ever, ever see or hear from again. And here they are on Facebook, and I'm like, yes! And then a couple of them, I found out what kind of people they became, and I'm like, oh. I need to put my glasses on because I'm about to try to push up non-existent glasses. Yep. What did Amy say that was mean? My glasses are icky. Well, technically, Amy, if we were trying to make Kat's brother live with my incubator, that just means he'd have to live with my brother. You're a poet and you didn't even know it, Irish. Okay, do we still have people watching up on the other chat? I'm not sure which one's which now. Shit. Oh, hey, look, we're at 2.5 hours. Oh, craptastic. Now I know why the animals are finding their way to me. All right, my darling. The youngest. Well, technically oldest and youngest. The problematic ones now live together on the other side of the sound from me. And the one who is not problematic lives not too far north of you. Iowa. And I have to stop and think because I put him in the wrong city when I was talking to him the other night, and that was a mistake. Oops. I know he is, but I tried to put him in CR. Add a funny end to this. Whoa, Black Betty, one of them put ham or lamb. Oh. Yep. Well, I was scrolling through... Okay. I was scrolling through one of those clickbait articles the other day. I really do love them because they're stupid. And this one was stupid things people have said online. And this person... I'm not going to tell you what mental image I had of what this person looked like. But this person said that their bacon came out so undercooked it was still mooing. I know. He's just going, if your ham or if your bacon is mooing, we got problems. Would it be transspeciesist to say that the pig identified as a cow? It's long bacon. I mean, I do now know that transracial is a thing. Did not realize it for a long time. I honestly thought Rachel Dolezal, or however the frock her last name was pronounced, is. I know that she used that phrase to describe herself because she identified as a black woman. But transracialism is actually a thing. Especially a friend of mine, they are an adoptee, and they are Puerto Rican by birth. And they were adopted into an Italian Catholic family. So, yeah. I agree with you, Kat. I was just like, how would that work? You know, I agree with the I hate the identify as, because these people who start with I identify as whatever the fuck, you know that they are so full of shit their eyes are browner than mine, you know? And it's just, no. Because a transgender person or a non-binary person, it's not I identify as, it is I am. It is a Gen X thing. It just swine moo. Yeah. Fucking swine flu, man. That shit was evil. I don't think about how the I identify as thing can grate on the nerves of someone who falls under the trans umbrella. And I can only imagine, as much as it annoys the fluff out of me, how much it has to grate on the nerves of someone who is trans. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. That's actually kind of cute. Mushu pork! Oh, God. That one's actually kind of amusing. You have to remember, I am the pig in my family. And, oh, hey, I don't have any pigs visible anymore. Wow. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, y'all. I need to get puppies out to water the tree or the mailbox or something. And then we need to feed them so that I can get everything prepped and ready for Friday night guided meditation. My sister-in-law is into cows. You're gonna think, sheepies! Oh my God, it's in the cow. Oh my God, and I just mentioned it. I mentioned my sister-in-law is into cows. Here in Washington, we have a home delivery grocer called Smith Brothers Farms, and their thing is cow print. So their softball team is being sponsored by Smith Brothers this year, and their jerseys are cow print. My sister-in-law absolutely loves this, and I have a picture of her in her jersey on my digital frame. One of these days, I will show you guys most of the pictures that are in it. There are a few that I can't show because someone does not want their face shown. But yeah, there is a reason that I will occasionally look over there and, yeah, giggle. Mudeng pork. Yes. Isn't Mudeng the name of the rubbery looking hippo baby? Better than a Nepo baby. All right, my darlings, my dears, my loves, my friends. Let's go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. We do not need to add any more darkness and hate. Let's please try to be beacons of hope and light out there. Remember to tell your loved ones that they mean the world to you, be they human, scaly, furry, or feathered, because you do not know how long you have with them. And that phone call sucks. And then, my darlings, please, please, please always remember, no matter what, you are always going to be loved. You are wanted. You are needed. And you truly do have a purpose here in life, even if you don't know what it is yet. We're all here for a reason. It took me 40 plus years to figure out mine. I will see you guys soon. I love you to bits. Namaste, my witchlings. Ointment. Ointment. Ointment.